Previously on Sailing Bohemia.
Off I go, where I belong.
Why are you still here?
Into the darkness.
The galley welcomed some constructive feedback on the captain's lunch order.
I think it's a good job that we are putting the stern anchor out because, I don't think we could cope with this for a few days.
We settled in and explored the gorgeous small town of Chacala. And
Will it shift? You could never accuse Sailing Bohemia of clickbait.
the captain leapt into action to grapple with an unforeseen backpack malfunction.
I did have to draw up the stern anchor quite near some rocks, so we'll send the first mate down later to dive on that.
How unfair, huh? It was the captain who dropped the stern anchor on top of the rocks, and now he sends me to check whether we're gonna lose the boat or not. I think it's on the borderline of bullying. I'm seriously thinking of starting my own coalition. First mates for justice. First mates for justice.
Where's your banners or placards?
The t-shirts are coming, I can see it. First mates for justice. First mates for justice. First mates for justice.
If you are a first mate who has been affected by any of the issues in this episode, then please leave a comment below describing the incident, and First Mates for Justice will be in touch as soon as they finish their daily chores.
First mates for justice. First mates for justice.
Haven't you got an anchor to be checking on?
Yes, I'm going.
Oh, that you're not.
It's a bit cold. I don't really want to go in. See if I can see from the top.
After a token protest, the first mate reported the anchor was set exactly at the right spot and returned to his duties, preparing the captain's breakfast.
So here's an item that every first mate should have on board. Little machete, or as I call it, the argument settler. All you need to do, imagine this is the captain's head. Sorted! Argument won! Yay! Oh, it says caution. Do not use when angry. Oh dear. Need to get to the coconut inside. Don't try this at home, kids. To tell the truth, it's quite messy. Not sure what housekeeping's gonna say about that. Ooh, lovely. That's gonna go really well with our granola.
Welcome to the tropics.
That's right. In the Sea of Cortez, we were grilling cactus, and here we are nibbling on coconuts.
Goodbye, Chacala. We'll have really fond memories of this little town in the jungle. It was an amazing place. The beach was just beautiful. It's everything that we imagined, I think, when we were planning to come cruising. We had the palm trees towering over the beach, walks in the jungle. It's just amazing. The anchorage is the only thing. If I had to pick one fault, we did have quite a lot of swell the whole time. The boat was never really still. We put the stern anchor out, so that really helped. But it was rolling a bit, so I won't miss that bit. I guess that's part and parcel of being on the mainland. You have the Pacific swell kind of rolling into most places. The anchorage that we're headed to, those should be a little better. But yeah, fantastic place, just loved it. It's a sad thought to think that we probably won't be coming back here, but hopefully onward, and things will be equally spectacular down south.
So from Chacala to Chamala, we are going for yet another overnight. I've been promised that there will be no more overnights since we got to Mazatlan and Isla Isabel. But here we go, there's another one. It's about 140 nautical miles. The wind should be coming in. We've been waiting for over a week for a decent window. So we're gonna grab it and head 140 miles towards Chamala, which is in the Tenecatida area. So really excited about that. Less excited about the night sail, but at least we have a full moon, so that will be more pleasant. Bearing away?
Bearing away.
The wind now.
It's always the way when we get the sails up. Still looking for the wind. It should fill in. The forecast says around maybe an hour or so. We're getting a head start and running away from the fog. When the wind does fill in, it doesn't really come much into this bay at all. So it'll be nice to be out there and ready for it.
Well, I'm ready. I put 2 cushions, 1 comfortable chair. Let's see how quickly we can find that wind.
Okay, the engine's only been running for 45 minutes and the wind has filled in. So not bad as it goes. Had to shut the water maker down early though. Peace and quiet again until the first mate pipes up. What do we reckon? 10 seconds? Just getting ready. Mouth is opening. He's taking a breath.
See what I have to deal with? I'm being provoked on a daily basis.
Almost as soon as we switched the engine off, we lost most of the wind that we had, which it turns out was coming from us moving forward, I think. So the wind has come round to the beam and we've got about 6-7 knots, which is just perfect for a nice light spinnaker run. So we're going to get the secret weapon flying and see what we can do with it. Now we can trim it a bit, but it's got us moving, hasn't it?
Doing all of 3.5 knots. Let's see what his trimming can do now. Poor Tom, he's not feeling well. Don't know what it is. He's feeling seasick, which is very odd because he gets seasick maybe like once a year, that's it.
And what's wrong with me? Feeling dizzy.
So we may need to reconsider our 140-mile passage. There's anchorage on the way about 30 miles, so we may pull in there, see how it goes. So, look who's the captain now. Just gonna do a walk on the deck, you know, making sure everything is fine. I think he's ready for emergency sea access. So I ran my professional diagnostics as the chief medic on board on the captain, and it could be one of the 3 things: COVID, Zika, or Montezuma's revenge. I don't know which one is preferable at this stage.
I should point out that there are only 3 possibilities on the Chief Medical Officer's flowchart to start with, so it's not entirely surprising he's arrived at all 3 of those.
Definitely one of those.
Safe in his hands.
So quite disappointing day actually. The wind hasn't materialized at all. We've been motoring now for 2 hours. So I think we're gonna abandon our plan of doing our 130 or 140 miles to Chacala, and I think we're gonna call it a day at Punta de Mita, which is only about 18 miles to go. Drop the hook, and hopefully the captain's gonna get better too.
Luckily, the captain is feeling much better. Quite a lot better anyway, not fully better. So the first mate might still have to lift a finger and do a few things. Trim some sails, pull some lines, all those things that he loves. But yeah, I'm feeling better. We think we're probably gonna pull into Punta de Mita, which is the next anchorage. It's just on the point, on the entrance to the bay that we were planning to zoom past. So we'll pull in, we'll reassess the weather, and we'll see how I feel. And then maybe we'll spend the night there before carrying on.
Well, since nothing is happening, we're not really sailing, I decided to make a nice chocolate cake. Something to make the captain feel better.
1, 2, 3,
Feeling better already. I think chocolate cake is the best medicine. Still hot.
No wind, just the swell. I hope this is not a sign of things to come. This is the attempt number 3 with the spinnaker. We can feel more wind on our cheeks, so we think that we may be able to fly it now. Fingers crossed. Well, let's see how long that will last.
Look at Mr. Negativity in the cockpit over there. It's not gonna last. Don't know why we're here. Should have stayed in Chacala. I think we might be able to get enough of this wind just to get us around the corner, around this point, and avoid like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of motoring if we're lucky. So we'll see what we can do with it.
The wind filled in, and the spinnaker gave us a great few hours of peaceful sailing. As we neared the anchorage, the wind built further, and we switched back to white sails to see us in.
He's put me to work. Only just recovered.
Join us next time on Sailing Bohemia, where the captain restores order and puts the first mate back to work.
So, no leisurely cruise tomorrow, no gin and tonics. It's gonna be strict discipline. I can feel that.
Bohemia's medical team declares an early victory.
So I feel much better for a good night's sleep last night. I'm really glad that we stopped off in Punta de Mita.
I was right. As the chief medical officer on board, I've diagnosed it as Zika.
And the crew underestimate the power of yet another cape.
Seems everywhere has its own Cape Horn, right? This one is notorious for currents. It's called Cabo Corrientes. Oh, it's going. It's gonna go!
If you are enjoying our episodes and would like to buy us a drink, then please head over to www.patreon.com/Sailing Bohemia, where you'll find a small menu of our favourite cocktails to choose from. Special thanks in this episode go to our latest patrons for keeping Bohemia's booze cupboard brimming with creativity. Thank you to Debbie and Bruce, who sail their trawler in Southern California. Check out their YouTube channel, Debbie, Bruce, and Two Dogs Travel. And thank you to Rob and Joe from Canada, who sail the Great Lakes and Georgian Bay.
Cheers!
Thank you so much, and here's to you.
Salvation.
If you enjoyed this episode, then please don't forget to tell YouTube all about it by commenting, liking, and sharing. See you next time.